podcast. Today we are talking about something that we all experience but rarely master. Adulting.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard? And who better to join us than Murni Kamsani, a talented radio DJ and voice-over artist who's here to share with us on her thoughts and experiences in this universal struggle. Right, welcome Murni.
Hi, Murni.
Hello. Hi, Haikal. Hi, Raihan.
Hi, welcome to our podcast. Thank you
Oh
for
my
taking time.
Thank you.
Come over.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, can you guys hear the voiceover voice? The voiceover artist.
I can hear that.
But yes, Murni is a voiceover artist. So if you guys listen to the Malay radio stations, if you guys hear a very nice, chirpy female voice, it's us.
Yeah, but just to put it out there, I'm still learning. I'm still being mentored by people, by very talented artists. So I'm just happy to be here.
We are really excited to have you here. It's because one of the things that we spoke about, even before the podcast, was on adulting. And Murni is somebody who just started working after she graduated.
Very true, very true. Actually, right, I started working even before I graduated.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, before my commencement. Yeah, so I started like a month or two.
Oh.
Yeah, before my commencement. Yeah, so I was really fresh from the oven, honestly.
Oh, wow. So that's why she's here. We are trying to learn her experiences, right? And sharing it with the listeners on what it's like to, from the world of school and education to being an adult.
That's right. And
That sounds heavy.
now to kickstart, we have a game to play with our guests. So we're going to pass you whiteboard.
Thank you.
So this one is a yes or a no game. So we'll ask, a question.
Okay.
And then after that, we have to write a yes or a no. All right. So to kickstart, let us begin. All right. So, Haikal.
All right, so first one. Have you ever pretended to understand something about taxes only to Google it later?
Okay, we're going to have to show the camera. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, I did just a no.
Okay, let me explain. Yes, because I actually pretended that I know, but no, because I didn't Google. I didn't bother.
Oh, you didn't bother. Just yes.
Yes.
Okay. For yourself?
Well, for the first few years of my life, because I was working in the public sector, right? They just auto credit my tax or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, but later when I went to do my own business at a later age, I had to figure out how to do my own taxes and have no idea certain components. What were they talking about as well?
Oh.
Yeah, and I have to say I was trying to figure out a way to also not pay too much taxes. What can I claim?
Oh,
and so on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you Google?
for me, no, initially I was like, they were talking about taxes. I was like, taxes? That's in America.
That's so true. The only Texas I know is Texas chicken. Like, honestly.
So yeah, then after I Googled, I was like, oh, these are taxes. Oh, you have to pay this much. So yeah, that is what I face. Okay, now second question. Yes and no game. Let's go. Have you ever bought something unnecessary just to feel like you're doing well as an adult? Kick.
I know my answer.
Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, I think all of us lah. Huh?
Very true, very true.
When was the first time you actually bought something as an adult? Lol.
I think for myself, when I started working, because normally it's parents give you allowance, it's a good amount, but when you go into the adult world, you start receiving salary, the amount that you receive is actually quite a lot.
Very true,
Yeah,
very true.
Like, last time my parents gave me very little, but now I got quite a lot. I don't know what to do. And I have to admit, one of the first things that I bought when I went to work, right, was a DSLR camera.
Wow.
That's a good investment.
Yeah, that's a good
Do you
investment.
still have it?
I do have it,
Love.
but then I don't really use it. I just thought that, that's what adults do, right? Take photo. For some reason, I say, one of my hobbies is taking, it's photography. Banyak photography.
Oh my gosh, I actually have the same experience. My first ever paycheck, I actually bought a very, very cute handbag. But I paid by installments. It took me 6 months. 6 months to pay. Yeah, but that was such an experience. I was like, okay, never again.
I can't remember what I bought for the first time. I really cannot. I think I think the only thing that I remember is every month I'll treat myself to a bubble tea. An expensive cup of bubble tea as a treat as an adult. You know,
It's so rewarding actually.
it's
Yeah.
like I tell myself, I reward myself with a nice cup of bubble tea, but the most expensive one. Yeah, that's what I think I remembered lah. The most common. First, after a while, I realized I'm adding too much sugar to myself. Okay, third question.
I love that question, by the way.
So, do you ever feel like you are still waiting to feel like a real adult?
Wow. Why am I sighing?
In a heartbeat, this is my answer.
You ready? 3, 2, 1. What? Okay.
Wait, you guys too?
Child at heart.
Okay, no, I cannot believe that this is coming from you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what made me say so?
No, I make stupid decisions still, right, from time to time. So till now, I sometimes wonder that, hey, this one are not very mature, there could be smarter decisions that I could
Right.
make. I like to do silly jokes and so on as well. Of course, people may think that I'm a psychologist, very serious and all that, but that's not true actually. Yeah, so I have that child in me still.
Right. Okay, since he's saying it and he's much more older than I am, so yeah, I'm very childlike too. Like I now that especially because I don't have kids and some of my friends who are at my age, they have kids. So when I look at them, I'm like, hey, you guys look 10 years older. I'm so sorry. I just feel like so much younger and so much more
Vibrant.
in a way because I don't have a kid yet. So I feel like I'm not yet an adult. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm just still a girl.
Yeah.
Really, I'm just a girl. Like, okay, I remember I had this conversation with my dad. We were talking about HDB and BTO. And I told him, that's such an adult thing to do. And then he was like, you're reaching 25. I'm like, you're right. But I'm just still a girl, yeah.
Yeah, but speaking about adulting, the reason why we are here today is because we want to talk about why adulting is so hard. And I think all of us, although we are all from different age groups, and that was supposed to be a joke, by the way, when I see you much more older than
Wait, is it possible to share our age or
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
okay, let's start with Haikal.
I'm when I met Raihan, I said I was 28 because honestly, I thought I was 28 because I forgot how old I was. But now I'm 40 years.
He's 40, he doesn't look 40, by the way. So.
Apparently, people my age, from what I'm told, right, we either look in our late 20s or we look 60s.
60s ah? Oh, rabak.
insane.
Kan? Okay, I am turning 32 this year.
Oh.
Turning 32. But I still feel like I'm actually 24. Yeah, I feel like I'm 27, 28 lah. Yeah, I don't know why I don't feel 32.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am 24 turning 25 this year. Yeah, but I'm still 20, honestly.
Right. I think it's just okay, but of course this has to do, I think, with mentality, how you think about yourself as well. But nonetheless, everybody goes through adulting, and adulting is where I don't know what's the definition of true adulting, but I think it's where you step into the world of responsibilities.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I would agree because it's all about learning to take responsibilities, taking responsibility for your decision.
Yeah.
I was sharing with them just now also about how I was just a few weeks back learning how to change the lights in my house, right? Before that, I have no idea how to do that. And that's why I say sometimes I'm still learning to be a real adult because there's so many things that I still don't know how to do.
So true. Yeah.
How about yourself? What is adulting to you?
Other than responsibilities, I feel like it's also trying to figure out who I really am. Yeah, I think now that I am reaching my mid-20s, oh my gosh, no.
I like how you just pause that.
Today's episode is about accepting your age.
Yeah, I think it's more about trying to find out who what I really like. Because now that I have the means to, so finding out my hobbies and trying to find my identity as a person, on top of the responsibilities that you are taking also as an adult. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you become an adult, when you say about responsibility, so what are some of these responsibilities, right, that you begin to shoulder now that you are going into the work environment?
Okay, maybe because, okay, last time I didn't really feel it, but because my dad was the one that is like supporting me, right, in terms of financial. But then now that I have the means to support myself, I think it's more about trying to save up for myself, you know, and also taking ownership of my insurance, my investments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think that really needs proper research. Usually I will just like, you know, follow my dad or like follow my cousins or like, yeah, whatever they do, I will just follow suit because, okay, I'm an only child. So like usually I will just follow the majority. Like, okay, if they do this, I will do. But then now I think I need to have that sense of responsibility to search myself, find what is best for me, and then just, yeah.
Yeah, it's more about taking the responsibility over your things for yourself now,
Very
instead of
true.
just following your father or your cousins and all that.
Yes.
Did it hit you hard when you actually had to do so? Like, oh, I have to research on things now myself.
Yes, it was overwhelming. It still is. Yeah, it is very overwhelming because from someone who just follow people, right? Then now I need to do more research. I honestly start from zero. I don't know what to. I don't even know what to research on actually at first in terms of insurance, in terms of investment and stuff. But I guess it really takes time lah to learn more, ask people, you know? Yeah. And other than insurance and investment, I think more about saving up, you know, for the future. Like, you know, your house. That
Oh
kind of-
yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's so adult. Like, why? Yeah. Why? Oh my gosh, yeah. So,
Yeah. Because I'm really interested to know, you immediately got to work after you graduated. While you were in school, did anybody tell you that, oh, this is how adult life is gonna be?
oh, okay. So, I was interning in school actually. So, my internship was at school. And I remember having this conversation with a colleague of mine, and she was like saying that the real world is way harsher than school. You are interning in school, you are one way or another protected by the people there. But if you're in the real world, right, no one can help you. You have to, if you make, you know, mistakes, you have to, you know, own up. Yeah, so that's what they said lah. Then I'm like, the real world like so scary leh. Like, what like that one, you know? Yeah. So transitioning from being a student to a working adult, it was hard for me because it was just like, okay, I have to fend for myself. I have to teach myself how to be independent in the working world for the first time. But I am actually really grateful that I have so many mentors at work lah that really help me and guide me along. Yeah. So I'm really lucky and privileged like that. But it's just that when I was working and also be in school at the same time was hard. Because like I'm like a student but I'm also working.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so it was like tough lah. But I got through it.
Because I remember you were saying that it was quite a struggle for you, right, at the start, especially when you like you mentioned, you have to fend for yourself most of the time. You have to find ways on certain things. There's no answer to it, and then you have to find the answer yourself.
Very true.
Like,
it was so hard.
Do you feel lost, or do you feel like you were doing it alone?
I think it's a personal thing. I felt alone. Yeah, I think like being in the working world, I felt like I don't know why lah. It's like you are just alone even when you're so full. You're like surrounded by people. I don't know why it feels like that. It's like you just need to figure things out yourself, and like you need to own up if you make mistakes. It's just different from school.
Yeah.
I think because in school you will be in the same stage of life.
Very true.
So you have your friends, you know, same age. You know, you are at that point of time struggling with like relationships, how to do it, same struggles. But when you go to work, you have people of different ages, different stages of your life. You have some people who already have maybe 2 years of experience. You got 0. And then you have another person who probably will have, you know, maybe some form of financial stability, insurance figure already. So I cannot discuss this one how then the person also won't go, I also don't know. Then figure out together.
So true. Yeah, I realized actually like I have a lot of colleagues who are already married and already at a stable state of life already.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like the I'm the youngest in the department actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they really see me like a baby. Like, thank you. I'm still a baby.
That used to be me
yeah.
too.
So I guess it's because like what you say, everybody has has a different starting point. So you being in a department where you are the youngest, so you feel like everybody has some kind of a life ahead of you,
Yeah.
which you feel a bit of pressure. Like, how come he has this, she has that already, and you don't?
Yeah, like their conversation is like, oh, I don't know whether to change to a new car.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me, like I am struggling to even figure out what to eat the next day. So like, yeah.
Also, to add on to that, because when we were students, like you said, we were all in the same page, right? And then when we graduate, everybody is looking for a job somehow. Although everybody may have a different finance situation, like some have already maybe perhaps their savings from back end or their parents. Some starts with zero, but we are still in the same page. Everybody is still looking for a job. Everybody, when they go into the job, it's their first job technically. So I guess the pressure there when you were in school doesn't really feel like you were an adult. But when you're an adult, it feels like you're really having to lead your own life.
Yeah, it's like you have to
Such.
step up.
Yeah.
Like no one can support you anymore. Like something like that. Yeah.
Do you personally feel that you have to do your very best to be a successful adult?
Oh my,
And
that's
what
actually a
is
tough question.
the definition of a successful adult to you?
Okay. To me, a successful adult means having stable financial life, I guess. Yeah, and also having the ability to make proper decisions. Yeah, I think that's what I feel being a successful adult is like. And honestly, I feel like this is also the time where, because all of us are at a different stage of life, and I mean not even like with my colleagues, it's like my friends. I feel like in your own circle of friends, we are all different now. We all lead different lives. Like we all lead a different life. Like one is getting married, another one is like still finding a job, another is still like trying to find just try to find new hobbies. Like they have different priorities and goals in life. So I feel like it is natural to compare. It is very natural to compare. Sometimes you don't mean no harm, but it's just like, oh my gosh, this person has this. Why don't I have that? You know?
Yes.
So I feel like at some point, I feel the pressure to look like I am doing okay. Yeah.
So true.
And because there would be, I'm sure, listeners out there who are going through these stages of
Jen 5 bintang kembali lagi. Khidmat pasangan suami isteri SQ Rauda memang bagus. Memenangi banyak anugerah Propnex, urus niaga HDB terbaik, penyenarai eksklusif terbaik, penerima anugerah Platinum. Hubungi ejen 5 bintang SQ Rauda dan partners.
stages of their life, right? And for yourself, what was helpful for you to deal with this uncertainty, pressure, and I may even say the change in the rules that you learned from school to being an adult?
I feel like, okay, I'm a yapper. Like, I yap. You know? So I really need someone to talk to. Someone to kind of reassure me that everything is okay. So I think having someone to actually talk and share about your struggles is important. Yeah. And also to convince yourself that, you know, even though comparing is normal, but it's okay that, you know, it's fine that you are different than everyone else. Everyone has a different stage of life. You don't have to rush yours. Yeah. Because life is not like, okay, it's different from school, because all of us, when we are in school, right, like we have a goal, which is like, okay, like example in secondary school, all of us are working towards exams.
Yes.
Yeah, but then for life, like now that we are all working, right, all of us are different. We have
Correct.
different goals, different priorities. Even our New Year resolution is different. Yeah, so it's really fine. Yeah, you just have to keep on convincing and reassuring yourself that it's fine that you are different from the rest.
And for yourself, how do you realize this?
I talk to people. Yeah, I talk to my cousin. I talk to actually Raihan too. Yeah, I think I remember like at one point I was really confused because I feel like, why is everyone ahead of me, but like why am I still very stagnant with my life? Like I'm doing the same thing every day. I don't think that I'm improving myself. But then like people around you like, no, like I don't think you are not improving.
Yeah.
We can see that you are improving, but it's just that you're putting you're putting pressure on yourself. You know, like why don't you like, yeah, why are you putting pressure on yourself when like everyone can see that you are actually doing okay? Yeah, then it makes me realize like, hey, actually right, no one actually see you lah. They focus on their life. You know, they only look at themselves. So it's okay. You know, just focus on yourself. Don't think about what other people think. You know, don't think about, oh, what if they think I'm like this? What if they think I'm like that? They don't even care. Yeah.
I'm going to add on to that. I totally agree with what Murni say, that most of the time we will always compare ourselves with the people around us without, like sometimes without even thinking, actually, our life stage is totally different. Like you might be, maybe even if you're at the same age, maybe you already have a family, so your priorities are different. On the other hand, maybe this person does not have a family, so their priorities are different. And maybe the person has a car, the person doesn't have a car, but it's still different priorities. And it doesn't have to be you have a car to show that you're successful. Because the definition of success is also very different between each individual. So it's also common, I believe, Haikal, for us to think that we are not having enough, right? That's why we constantly compare with people.
Yes, we do. We do feel that it's not enough. I think because we have that scarcity mindset that you need to be ready in case of anything, and you need to be. And we as an adult, one of the things that we learn is, you have to be ready. Like you mentioned, your boss was telling you that, the adult world, the working world is gonna be harsher.
Very true.
What I tell my students as well, my people that I'm supervising, say that, well, this is where you learn to make mistakes, right? But when you go out, people won't be so kind to you when you make mistakes. And I don't mean it in a way that, you are going to be screwed or whatsoever, but hey, this is something for you to be serious about. But sometimes people will say that, very difficult how, so it would be, some of this information would be helpful for you in a certain way to be prepared, but it's not meant to scare you.
It's just like you just need to get back up faster. Yeah, as compared to school. I feel like being in the real world is just you are affecting everyone if you are, I don't know why, I just feel like if you are slow, right, you are affecting other people also.
As an adult.
I don't know, like in the working world.
Because there are responsibilities, there's work as a team. If you don't do your homework, your grades will be affected. Okay, but if you don't maybe submit a project on time or whatever, the company, the people that's around you, your boss will have to answer to his own boss.
Yeah, it's like you're affecting other people's rice bowl, and like that's scary. Like I don't want to be, like, I don't want,
Yeah, I understand that you have, because as an adult, we do have a part to play in the community. So meaning to say that if you are not doing something right at work, it might affect somebody else, because somebody else must step in to cover your work and all that stuff. Then it has more pressure to you.
I feel like I am very privileged to have the very good mentors to guide me through, and because of that I learn faster. Yeah, and I think because now I am still early into the working world, so I am still quite energetic in a way. I am still ready to do stuff. So I don't think there is a form of I don't think there's a feeling of like burden or what lah. Because now that I'm already like about 1 year plus, even though it's still new, right? But I feel like in the department that I'm in, it's already okay already for you to take up more. Right. Yeah. So I feel happy. I feel okay, because I feel like this the work that I'm doing, I'm okay with it. Yeah.
What about if we...
because what I'm hearing is that you're saying that you don't feel like a burden because, well, your team is supportive.
Yes.
And when you are in, let's say at work, you're in a team and everyone knows that they have a responsibility. Yeah, you have your responsibility. But even if you don't know what to do or you don't perform your responsibilities well, that's the role of your supervisor to provide you the necessary guidance.
Very true. And my supervisor is amazing lah. She really... filled up the spaces that that I need, so I really learn fast. I learn a lot from her and also the team. They are ready to lend a helping hand anytime. So yeah, I'm really privileged to have that. So it's really like when it really changed my perspective. Like it's really about the people that you work with.
Oh yes, yeah.
The working world can be harsh because of the people that you're working with. It's not like society's like that. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because I do have people who come in and say, oh no, but then I feel this sense of burden. I feel that if people telling me that, you know, if the project doesn't work out, it's because of you and so on. So they become very afraid. And I'm saying that, you know, if because you took a day off or because you went to bed earlier and take care of yourself and the project didn't work out or the company closed down, is it really your fault? Right? Everyone has a role to play. And as the newbie, okay lah, I don't know if they heard of this saying. We always say the shit roll down the hill, right? So it's the youngest one, the junior one, they have to do a lot of it. But in terms of responsibility, everyone will have some responsibility as well. So it's good that you have that supportive seniors. But for people out there who may struggle having the people working around people who are not doing their responsibilities, right? Don't put it all on your shoulders, right? And see what can these other people do also to support you, because that's part of their roles.
Yeah. It's a team effort, yeah.
I think that's different from school also lah. Yeah, that's
That's
because school is like you do your own project or like you do your own assignment. If you don't do correctly, then it's on you lah, you know. But yeah, working is different. Working is you really need to play a part. Yeah, if you don't do well in your part, right, then the whole team will be affected. And it's not about like morally. It's not even just about morally affected, but it's like affecting their rice bowl also. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I've heard like some I've heard some like stories that like because of like this one person who didn't do well, and then like the rest of the team didn't get any increment or bonuses.
Oh.
Yeah, so wait, is that legal? Okay. I'm so sorry.
No names were mentioned.
No names were mentioned, so it's fine. It's okay.
Okay. But yeah, so that's what's different lah, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. What about your personal life, Murni? Do you feel like you are in a race to compare yourself with your friends?
Oh my god, let's talk about this. Okay, like I feel like I think it's really normal to compare, but I feel like one of the things that I compare a lot, right, is getting a BTO and getting married. Yeah, I feel like now that all of us are at that age where it's like time to get married or like to get a BTO, and I feel like the conversations that I have with my friends, either like they are either getting a BTO or like when are they getting married, or like promotion to a new promotion in their own job, you know. So I always have that kind of, oh my gosh, like what about me, you know. And then they will always revert back to like, oh, when are you getting married? I'm like, internally screaming like, yeah, congratulations though to my friends. Like I really sincerely genuinely happy. Yeah, I'm genuinely happy. But it's just like sometimes I also think about my like sometimes like compare. Yeah.
Do you feel like as if like if let's say you don't meet that expectations, you don't fit in with that social circle? Because everyone has the ideal way of doing things.
Not saying don't fit in lah, but more of like FOMO lor. Fear of missing out. Yeah, I feel like I will miss out on a lot lor, because like my friends, it's time for them to talk about BTO. Like I think it's that age where BTO is the topic. And they were like, oh, HFE, 4-room, 5-room, this, what, selling, what. Then I don't know what's that, you know, like, what are you trying to say? So I just keep quiet and just smile. Like that, like I just, okay, yeah, maybe for me in a few years, then I like, yeah. So it's more of like trying to fit into the conversation that's quite hard lah. Yeah.
Understand.
I'm thinking, because when you're talking about this FOMO and how some people are at different stages of their life as well, I feel that when you are pursuing something else as an adult, pursuing something in a responsible way, right, and not going the main way that people are going, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
very true.
Right. For example, for myself, I by family standard I was quite late in getting married. You see, and because I knew that after I got my degree, I want to work for a bit, get some, get a bit financial stable. Then I want to do my masters. So after I got my masters, then of course need to save up again, right? So by the time I got married, it was a bit late. But then I think by the time I got married, I was already financially quite okay already. Educationally, I don't need to study while balancing family and all that. Which there are some other people who, well, I have very young kids. I have other family members where the kids are grown up, but then at the same time, they are catching up in other aspects, maybe like education. They are doing like part-time degree or something like that. So I feel that if you are doing something that is still beneficial to you, beneficial to your goals, and being responsible, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
So true.
I've got to say that everyone will compare themselves with another person at any point of life.
So true.
Yeah, even when you're 60, you'll compare this person. Maybe doesn't have to use tongkat walking stick, but I have to use that kind of thing. You will always you will always compare. And then somebody will say, my son now old already, they haven't get married. Then after that, the other person, you get what I mean? People always compare.
Where's your child studying at? It never ends.
Yeah, you never end.
Oh my God, please.
Right.
Also, you know what I realized? I feel like if you don't think of yourself as lacking, you're not lacking. So it's really about how you think about yourself. If you're talking to your friends, or like when you're like they are talking in a group of friends and stuff, right? If like one thing I can advise, one thing I realized about myself is that if I think that I'm doing okay, or if I think I'm doing okay and I'm not lacking, right, I can still I'm not left out in the conversation, so it's really about how you think about yourself, not about what other people think of you.
Now, Haikal, touching on what Murni has said, what are some of the strategies that you can share for, let's say, young adults like Murni trying to step into the working world and have this, I would say, is it limiting belief or it's just the fear of having to face adulthood?
So when I mentioned about being an adult, it's learning about responsibilities, learning to grow as a person. One useful strategy, I believe, will be to find out, what is that area that would be that will lead you to the happiness that you want, right? And go for it. Different people have different avenues to get them that happiness. And there's nothing wrong if you want to buy bag, I want to go into photography, or nothing wrong with that. As long it brings us that happiness that will be beneficial to us, right? And the other one would be, there would also be areas of improvements. Because you may feel that, there is something that you are lacking in, and if there is something that you can actually benefit from that, right? Find someone or find ways for you to actually improve in that aspect. So I feel that as an adult, when I started my own business, for example, I also had to find mentors who can mentor me in business. I was quite lucky in my career that I had good psychologist mentors who are given me guidance, but these psychologist mentors not very good in business. So you make you feel less alone, and you'll feel a bit more assured to have someone there whom you feel that can trust, and also feel that they have some responsibility over your growth to guide you along. So you won't feel that alone. I think that would be what's helpful for me as well.
I think another strategy that I would like to share, even for myself, is to celebrate my small wins that I have when I'm an adult. Because being an adult is tough, but if we don't have to compare with others, but what we have, we can just celebrate what we have. So it's like finding the joys in adulting. Like for yourself, now that you're more financially independent, you did a good job finding information about how to take up certain insurances and investments for your long-term goals, which I think is something to celebrate, because not many adults, even at your age, are aware of that benefits, but yet you have taken one step ahead to secure yourself 50 years down the road. So those are things to celebrate about it.
And something else came to my mind also to add on to what you shared. I think even as you become an adult, right, don't lose the child in you.
So true.
Because the child in you is where you get that happiness. That's where you sometimes want to drink bubble tea, right?
Yeah.
And because that's where you still get the joy. If you are just thinking that, okay, this is the responsible thing to do, this is what will, if I spend on bubble tea, then, I will not be able to invest in it. then your life will also be a pretty dreadful and unhappy one lah.
Yeah.
So don't lose the child.
You as well, that's true.
So true, so true. At the end of the day, it's our first time living also. we are living life for the first time.
Oh, that's
so, like,
true.
it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you so much, Murni, for sharing with us your adulting journey. I just
you.
want to say that you've done a really good job so far. You should be really proud of yourself and you should celebrate every single wins that you have.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I learned a lot. At the end of the day, I'm just a girl.
Yeah, we are just kids at the end of the day.
Macam Backstreet Boys itu. Dah 40 plus masih Backstreet Boys.
I know, right? Was it the Bye Bye Bye, that song? Or
That's
NC?
NC.
That's NC. Yeah, I don't know what. Wait, you are my fire.
Alright, so to our listeners, remember you're not alone in this journey. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. Don't lose the inner child in you. Get your own mentors. Find your own happiness. You're not measuring yourself to other people, alright? And celebrate your progress along the way.
Yep. And if you know somebody who is struggling with adulting, why not you share this video, this episode to them so that they can benefit from it. With that, we'll see you next week. And don't forget to uncomplicate
The complicated.
Bye.
It's uncomplicated.